So we listen to our brother. Somebody says Tinubu must be the last president of this colonial Nigeria under this fraudulent constitutional arrangement. More and more people are coming up. My sister wanted to play a video. That's from Dr. Akif Bonde. Listen to him very, because he's saying the same thing that Ninas is saying. Because more people, we are building consensus. More and more people are coming into Nina's movement. All we want is freedom for all, justice for all. That's all we want. Thank you.
Cosmetics, we are doing palliatives. We need to have a meeting. I have written a letter to Mr. President. He has a good opportunity to reform Nigeria in the right way. We cannot even manage 36 states. Nigeria is not solvent at all. We need to collapse the system. When we go back to regions, region will be strong. The states now will be provinces, actually. We need to cut down the cost of governance. We cannot afford 36 states, 774 local governments. We cannot afford it.
Okay, but so, wait,
again,
Doctor.
Doctrine of necessity.
Yes. No, go ahead. Doctrine of necessity. Let me hear this, your doctrine of necessity, please.
Again, maybe the president announced that he's going to run some youth confab in March. We have not heard anything about it again. The same we have not heard about Orasaye report action again. They don't announce things, they don't do it. We don't know what the government, President Tinubu is up to. But he needs to convene a special session of ethnic nationalities of Nigeria. He's the only one who can do it. There's no government who can do it unless you are preaching for a military coup. It's the authority of Nigeria today. We have to appeal to him. We have to tell him, look, the best to do is to have a clean conference. 1 week is enough. The document on new structure of Nigeria is available. It doesn't take 3 months confab. No. It will approve. If I have a draft, personally have a draft, and my body, eminent elder forum have a draft. Afenefere has a draft. Is to authorize it to be discussed, and then a referendum is held. This is a new structure for Nigeria, 8 regions, and then each region will go and write its own constitution within 3 to 6 months. In fact, Western region constitution is ready too. It's ready too for referendum. Kogi and Kwara will be part of Western region. They will be asked, what do they want? The East will do the same. The South Side will do the same. It's not rocket science. And this can be done within 1 to 3 months.
Yep. And the Patriots, of which you're part of, also are making moves in that direction. We must add to that.
Absolutely. So, the raw materials are there. It's going to take long. And look, if you agree on all this I'm saying now, it takes 2 to 3 years to implement. Before you do referendum, to pass the constitutions, to share assets and liabilities, to form new governance, it will take. In fact, we need to suspend the next coming elections.
But
there's no room for election to Dr. 100 million.
Dr. Fakonda, before you suspend the election, let me ask you a question. It seems so clear and so logical to you why Nigeria needs to be restructured and why we need to go to the regional system and to reduce the cost of governance. Let me ask you an intellectual question. Who do you think is against this seemingly logical step that you embrace, and why do you think they're against it? So 2 questions into one. Who and why?
The people gathered in Abuja last Thursday.
Yes.
They have wealth in their hand. They are kingmakers, and they want to continue being kingmakers.
Yes.
If I want to run now, I don't need any money at all. If I go to Babangida and say, oh, Mr. President, somebody takes me to him and say, oh, I want to run for governor of Osun State, he will grant me 100 million to go and run. So it's a kingmaker. But to run on my own account, it's not possible because I don't have the money. So the money class who are in Abuja this last Thursday, they don't want the change. They don't want to lose their power of control over all of us. But the people are suffering, and they are not merciful on the masses. They are not thinking of long term. They are just thinking of sitting on their own billions. That's all.
So it's.
I don't think we should. They should not wait. They should not wait until people start doing what happened in Kenya. In Kenya, They were said, look, you man, we know your houses, we know your children, we are going to do something about it. They should not wait until that time will come. They should not.
So your appeal for them is to go for reform rather than wait for revolution, if I understand you very well.
Absolutely, 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 absolutely. This channel is very important for them to listen that if they don't do what I'm doing, those who do not give peaceful change a chance will expect anything can happen.
Well, okay.
Even this Osun State matter now, anything can happen. Anything can happen tomorrow in Osogbo. Anything can happen.
Okay,
PDP versus APC.
Dr. Fakonda, it's all well and good. You talk about the leadership, how corrupt, how they've looted, how they've not brought power. But what about the people? What do the people need to do? What is your appeal? What is your request from the people of Nigeria? Because overall, these leaders are few. The people are many.
My own age group, we are the second tier behind the people who have taken Nigeria for a ride.
Yeah.
We need to convene a meeting of our own in Abuja in the next 1 or 2 months. That we wish to have G24, G34, G70. We need to have where many Nigerians come together as a body. After all, they confronted Abacha. It was led by civilians. They confronted Abacha G34. We need to form equivalent of that now to say, Mr. President, you are there. National Assembly, you are there. We don't want what you are doing anymore. Let's get traditional rulers, the religious leaders. Things are not right. Things are not right. We cannot continue with the next election this way. We cannot. If you don't do something the next 6 to 7 months, and you go to next year's campaign where they are sharing money, 5,000, then we have lost it. We have lost it. And I saw that what will happen.
Dr. Fakonda, thank you very much.
And we thank Arise for making this change, for bringing Professor Anthony Killer, in place of that Ruben Abati, that brown envelope journalism. So you see the questions he's asking, like somebody that is present in what is going on, not the one that if you're asking, let me not even talk about that guy. So my people, we are bringing this show to end. We thank Batam Ojiako, all those people that our father David Salami, those that make this show great. Isi Mamodu, Justin Opala, of course Nina Secretariat. We thank all of you, Obi Ukwoma. Thank you for stopping by, and those that we cannot call, that maybe the thing goes off and if you don't call when people are saying. So we thank you for making these moments worth the while. Of course, the final thing we leave you is constitutional reconstruction first before further national elections. Political parties close shop now. There's fire in the mountain. We need to put off the fire first. There's decay and rot everywhere. We need to Bocha Nansaja. You go and collect shovel from Trump. So that guys, Bocha, you understand? Sorry if you don't understand it, but what we are saying basically is that we need to uncover and remove the decay, clean out the decay so that the stench will stop. You can't be on the stench. It's trying to cook fried rice. How do we cook fried rice? Meanwhile, you are sitting on top of decay, smell everywhere. You won't even perceive the smell of the fried rice. So, my sister, please go ahead. Thank you so much.
Right, thank you. So we are coming to an end. Continue to share this information with the rest of our people. We always remind you that before any national elections, because we are hearing that descent is arising again, descent from Rome, the Jesus Christ, one day Jesus Christ of Nazareth. They are beginning that mess again, so that when he loses, he will tell you it's like a football game. You lose, you go home and you re-strategize. We are no longer re-strategizing on the blood of our people. We are no longer re-strategizing on the future of our children. We want to get this right. While we're doing this, we want to thank our brothers and sisters that have recognized that this imposter, the most wanted imposter in our land, and his companies will have to come to a stop. We need to go back to using our brains in doing what God needs us to do, just like our ancestors did. So until next week, brothers and sisters, please help us make this most wanted imposter go viral. We're looking for him. We have a arrest. I have an article I will lock him up in.
Yep.
And summer heat.
Yes.
So please help us to find him soon, quick. Until next week, brothers and sisters, we will see you guys then. Remain safe. Bye-bye.
Bye.